YouTube, what's going on? We got another main channel video for you today, and what we've done today is I took every single team from the NFL 2023 season and we ranked them accordingly where they'll finish in the regular season. There's not too much I can say about the video, so I'll just let you watch it. But before you do that, I need you to do me a couple of things. I need you to hit the like button and hit the sub button. But so the next time I see you guys, be yourselves, be easy. I'll catch you later. Alright guys, we have our tier list for the 2023 NFL football season that we're getting ready to do here. So let's just jump right into it. Alright. How do I do this? Should I just go in order or... Oh, I know. Hold on. Yeah, okay. We're just going to go ahead and put that right there. You guys good with that? I'm good with that. Yeah, that go ahead and goes right there. Yeah, so moving on. San Francisco. No, I'm kidding, guys. Could happen. Might happen. We'll find out. That sucks. Something's up in my recording. Alright, San Francisco. The 49ers. Do they still have, what's his face for a quarterback? Oh, man. I'll tell you what, no, we're not going to go in order. We are going to start with some stuff I actually know. A lot of teams that I know a lot of stuff about. But we're still going to go in order. The Bengals. Okay. You know what? I think maybe they were a fluke in last year's Super Bowl. Or the one Super Bowl they were in. I see them there. Don't get me wrong. Joe Burrow is goated. Jamar Chase is goated. Their offense is goated. With one aspect lacking. Their offensive line. Now, whether they've made changes to that or not, I don't know. Whether they picked up some new players or not. I just remember last year, Joe Burrow was getting pressured like no other the second he said "hut." So for that reason, I do not see them being a Super Bowl team this year at a 14 plus wins. I see them somewhere between 10 and 13. 10 or 11 probably. 10 or 11 wins, I would say, for Cincinnati. Though they are a great team on pretty much both sides of the ball, but their offensive line definitely hinders them. All right, moving on. Now, I think we can go in somewhat of an order here because I think I can go to Chicago. Chicago Bears. While there is some hope for Justin Fields as a good quarterback, I don't see the rest of his team helping him out any. I think we go there for Chicago. And like I said, I don't know a whole lot about Chicago, so we're putting them there. And we'll move on. All right. Buffalo. Josh Allen. I think... Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I think that's fair. I don't know a whole lot of the Bills team. I mean, I know Josh Allen's goated, and I know he's got a lot of good receivers on that team. So, you know, we'll stick with that. I think they'll be a good team this year. Broncos country. Broncos country. Let's ride. Yeah, right there. They ain't riding nowhere except for to a losing season. That's where they're riding to. So, sorry Broncos fans, but y'all are down bad.
And I mean that in a heartfelt way because I've been a Browns fan for a long time, so I understand what it's like to have a losing season. I understand. And I feel for you. But the truth hurts. That's the best they're going to do. 6 wins maximum. They ain't going to do shit. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If Tom Brady was still on this team, they'd be here. Tom Brady is not on that team. Baker Mayfield is on that team. I mean, I want to go here just for the respect that I had for Baker and what he did in that 2020 season with the Browns. I can't see Tampa Bay only winning 3 games. I can't see that happening. They got to go there. I can't see, even if Baker's the quarterback, I do not see them losing that many games and only having 3 wins. I don't see it happening. Though, Baker, if we're going to talk about Baker Mayfield for a minute, because this is a guy I know a lot about. I mean, what a letdown. I mean, the Cleveland curse, baby, for quarterbacks. Cleveland has drafted so many star college quarterbacks, and they all have flopped. Every single one of them. Every fucking time. Doesn't fail. Oh, and I can't hear people because I don't think anyone else is going to say it. But, yeah, he had his highlights in LA last year. But I still don't think he'll amount to much. And I just don't see that team going anywhere. Bucks right there. My boys. Should we save Cleveland for last? Since I'm a fan. And talk about them last? I think we do. We'll save Cleveland for last. All right. KC. I mean, you can't take a more stacked team than KC. I mean, I think that's obvious right there. I mean, you've got so many weapons on that team, offensively and defensively. You got Patty Mahomes. You've got Travis Kelce. I mean, you can't pick a better team. I think KC honestly is the most complete team in the entire NFL. Honestly, I really think they are. I think they are the most complete team in the entire NFL. So for that reason, they are definitely a Super Bowl contender. Whether they have 14 plus wins or not, I don't know, but they are definitely going to be a contender for the Super Bowl. We know what they can do in the playoffs. They're a good playoff team and a good regular season team, and they're defending Super Bowl champions right now. I hope. Editing team, cut that out if I'm wrong. Yeah, they won the Super Bowl last year. Yeah, I'm right. So, yeah, not a whole lot to be said about KC. We all know it. The Washington Redskins. My bad. I'm sorry. Sorry, you'll never... Hey, editing team, can we get a Redskins logo printed over this real quick? Maybe if not, just to piss some people off. Because we can. Yeah, right there. I don't have to even know much about that team. I watched them last year. They ain't shit. Okay, more teams that I know enough about to make a decision. The Cowboys. Here's my thing with the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys will make the playoffs. I think they will. but in a wild card, because there's no way they beat out the Eagles, right, for the winning their division. They will not beat the Eagles for that division. But the Cowboys do seem to make the playoffs pretty frequently in the last couple of years. They'll make the playoffs, I think. But it also feels wrong putting them up here with these caliber teams as well, like Cincinnati and Buffalo, right? It feels wrong because they are not the same caliber team as Cincinnati and Buffalo. But I have to leave them there because I do not think... No, I changed my mind. They're barely going to miss the playoffs this year. I changed my mind. The Cowboys are too inconsistent, and I think they'll lose too many games. All right, moving on. All right, Miami. Is Tua still their quarterback? Hold on, we're going to have to cut this part of this fucking video out. More work for the editing team. I'm sorry, guys. I'm texting my head moderator, Dobbins. He's a football geek, so hopefully he can help out with this. Not help me out to make a decision. Okay. All right, we'll have to cut that out of the video where I was sitting there texting. So, yeah, back to it. Okay, Miami. I do believe Tua is still the quarterback. Yeah, and as injury prone as he is, and what that team is without him, we're gonna go there. I'm not answering that right now. Give me 1 second. God bless it. Just let me look at this for 1 second, guys. Okay, guys, we're good. Okay, yeah, so Miami goes there for sure. They have, I don't see them doing anything. 6-4 wins. Tua is going to get hurt, and then that'll be the end of their season. The Eagles. I don't think anyone's going to argue with me there. I watched the Eagles play not once, but twice last year in person. They are a force to be reckoned with. Jalen Hurts is too talented a quarterback. Way too talented of a quarterback. And he's just, that team is so goated. I think they were cheated out of that Super Bowl win last year. I really do believe that. I watched that game, and they were kind of cheated out of potentially winning the Super Bowl. So but, you know, all that considered, I still want to put the Eagles up there. They could totally make the Super Bowl again this year and run it back. All right, some other teams I know a lot about. Gosh, my football knowledge is struggling these days, isn't it? The Detroit Lions. Right there. And I'll tell you why. Outside of Cleveland, I think Detroit has had one of the best off seasons they've had in a long time. In a very long time. Now, like, do I think they'll win between 10 and 13 games? No. But I can't put them down here and misses the playoffs because I don't think they will. Because why? Because I think they'll win that division this year. I truly believe that the Detroit Lions will win that division. So for that reason, they got to go up here. Are they the same caliber team as, again, are they the same caliber team as Cincinnati and Buffalo? Absolutely not. But I do think they make the playoffs. So for that reason, they're going right here. And I've got faith in Jared Goff. All right. Oh, no, we can do the Jets. Okay. You know what? I think they go there too. I think Aaron Rodgers leading that team is going to do a lot for them. Despite the fact that Aaron Rodgers is 39 years old, I think he's still got it. I mean, he's the last of a dying breed, a dying generation of quarterbacks. He's the last of them. So, yeah, with him leading that team and other things they have, I think they make the playoffs. Again, same situation as Detroit. They are not this caliber team here, but they make the playoffs. I wish I could add another tier to this list or change this around a little bit. I don't know. Last year I made my own list. I did the tier list myself last year. I made it myself. I think I did. I don't remember. But yeah, Jets, they'll make the playoffs. The Green Bay Packers. Who's even quarterbacking that team now? I can't think of his name right now. I know who he is. It doesn't matter. Green Bay will end up here. They will be a mediocre team at best. They just lost their star quarterback. And you know what? Green Bay made a mistake. And they didn't make this mistake the first time, but they made it now. That mistake that they made, they did not start looking for a replacement for Aaron Rodgers soon enough. Now, go back quite a few years when Brett Favre was still the quarterback of that team. They knew, as an organization, that Brett Favre didn't have too much time left. So they went out and found a new starting quarterback who was good before Brett Favre retired or went to another team. That quarterback was Aaron Rodgers, and they saved the organization by doing that. Saved the organization and the team. They did not do that this time. They did not go out and find a replacement for Aaron Rodgers, whether that was because one wasn't available or because they just didn't. I don't know. But for that reason, yeah, they'll just be a mediocre team this year. So, yeah, they'll just be mediocre. The New England Patriots. I don't know a whole lot about them, but we didn't hear anything from them last year. And, that quarterback of theirs, his name's right on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of his name. I'd ask chat to help me out, but there's nobody here. Hold on, this is pertaining to the list. Mac Jones, that's him. Mac Jones. Yeah, he doesn't impress me. Patriots will be a mediocre team, even with Bill Belichick's coaching. They'll just be mediocre. All right, moving on. Who are we going to do next? Let's go to something I know a little bit about. Let's go to the AFC North. I know a lot about the AFC North. So let's go to the Steelers. Okay. Here's what I have to say about the Steelers. Kenny Pickett is not as bad as people make him out to be. I think he's a decent quarterback. And they've got decent weapons, too. They have George Pickens, the wide receiver, who I will argue had catch of the year last year. That was something else. Y'all remember that, right? He's leaned over like this, snagged that ball. Catch of the year, in my opinion. Even above Jay Jetta. But I still think the Steelers will barely miss the playoffs because I don't see them winning the AFC North. And I don't see them getting in as a wild card. So for that reason, they'll barely miss the playoffs. The Steelers will. Let's go to the other one. The Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. They're good. I'm sorry if you guys think this list is biased when I'm doing the AFC North. I mean, I don't care what you think. I put the Bengals up here. I'm not biased. I just know a lot about the AFC North. They got to go there. I think the Ravens will barely miss the playoffs. Yeah, I like that. I think they barely missed the playoffs. All right, now we're getting into the category where I'm gonna have to start looking at some of these teams' records from last year to do this right. Okay, but we're not totally there yet. Geno Smith and the Seahawks. Right there. The Seahawks are definitely going to make the playoffs this year. No doubt in my mind. Now, as we go through this list, guys, keep in mind I'm going to talk less and less about these teams because I know less and less about these teams. So, but yeah, they were a good team last year, and I feel like they'll be a good team again this year. I haven't heard anything where they've lost anybody or anything like that. So, yeah, right there. The Minnesota Vikings and Kirk Cousins. I think they belong there, too. I think Kirk Cousins. I mean, yeah, Cousins, he's good, but he's not that good. He's good, though. He's an okay quarterback. He's an above average quarterback, but he's not a great quarterback. Okay. Who to do next? San Francisco. You know what? I think San Fran makes the playoffs. I think they do. I think the 49ers with, who is it, Garoppolo? Yeah, I think they make the playoffs. All right, guys. Now we're into the field where I got to start looking some shit up. Arizona Cardinals. 2022 record. Where'd they finish last year? I just saw their record from last year. Yep, haven't heard of any big pickups. They're there. The San Diego Chargers. Does that tell you I'm old? Yes, guys, I know they're the LA Chargers now. Okay, Chargers finished right behind the Chiefs. So they go there. And since I also have that division pulled up, we'll go ahead and put the Raiders there because of that division. KC will obviously win that division. Chargers right behind them, followed by the Raiders. Broncos are right there with them. Moving on. Oh, wait, the Giants are in the, they're in the same division as the Cowboys and the Eagles too, right? Yeah. Yeah, they'll finish there. Maybe here, but probably here. All right, guys, I gotta take a short break. Editing team, you're gonna have to do your thing while I go use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. Look at that. Didn't take no time at all, huh, editing team? Didn't take any time at all. All right. So we just put the Giants there. We are going to look up some more records. All right, here we go. Now I got everything pulled up that I need. Give me just a second, guys. Okay. Yep. That's going to go there. Texans, they ain't nothing. The Colts. Probably about there. I think I'm pretty much done with the AFC. I think I've done all the AFC teams. So we'll go back to the NFC. See, guys, I'm big into the AFC. I know the AFC, but I don't really know a whole lot about the NFC, except for the division that the Eagles, the Cowboys, the Giants, and who's the other team in that division? Washington play in. That's really the only division I know in the NFC. So. Who else we got? The Saints. I'd say they'll be an average team this year. They'll miss the playoffs, but they'll be an average team. Keep in mind, guys, I had to do this last year whenever I made this list because I'm a football fan, but I'm not a diehard. I don't know every team and every player, okay? Okay. Let's do some research on the Falcons. They finished at 7-10 last year. I think it's fair to put them there. Jags. Jags aren't in the AFC, are they? Sure enough, they are. Jags finished at 9-8 last year. Still gonna put them there based on that record. Tennessee 7-10 was their record last year. We're gonna put them there. I don't think they've had any improvements. LA, LA, but they did that last year. LA did what they did last year with Baker. Yeah. And then we finish off with the Panthers. Who will go there? Which leaves us our last team, my team, the Cleveland Browns. You can't have a team that has had a better offseason than the Browns. You can't name one who's had a better offseason than the Cleveland Browns. So many players picked up defensively, plus a new defensive coordinator. We've got Deshaun Watson with a full year's worth of practice in training camp with the team. Amari Cooper, DPJ, David Njoku. And then you look at the defensive side of the ball, that you got guys like Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward. How much... I could go on and on about this. They are a team that is totally being slept on right now. 100%. They are being slept on. I mean, plus the changes to the offensive line, the amount of players we've picked up. I don't know if I see us making the Super Bowl, but I definitely see us as a 10-7 team and potentially winning the AFC North over the Bengals. Hold on. But yeah, the AFC North will be a toss-up between the Browns and the Bengals. It'll be a toss-up between the Browns and the Bengals. So there you guys have it. That is your 2023 What is Going to Happen list.